Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It's a beautiful day here in Iraq. Doesn't matter if we've got concrete, barbed wire, or whatever. The sun does shine every day. Hi, my name is Kevin Gormley. I am a major in the U.S. Army. I'm a commander of a medical unit with teams all across Baghdad. And I'm going to give you guys a little sneak peek of our quarters here. Here's my favorite, my kids' pictures, my son's football. There's my daughters, and then my beautiful wife is up there. When I started this process, I was already in Iraq at the time, and I was about 210 pounds at my heaviest, and I'm about 5'6". I think for me, there was a lot of emotional, spiritual, social, physical stuff going on. 210 pounds at my size is just not healthy. This picture was taken just a couple weeks before I deployed to Iraq. I was at my heaviest at that point. I was bloated. I was struggling in every facet of my life.
Kevin's an Army nurse, and one of his high-ranking patients was none other than President George W. Bush. Now he commands a unit that helps soldiers cope with combat stress. Kevin's dealt with challenges and dangers during his year in Iraq, but what he found out was he was his own worst enemy.
I was pretty lonely, and I think for me, there was a battle with, not just with my weight, but with a lot of emotional issues with depression. I was probably at my lowest point in my life, and I never felt more alone. It was very difficult. I just feel that God brought transformation into my life at the most opportune time in my 41 years.
And so while serving his country in Iraq, Kevin began to transform. He kept a video journal of his progress.
It's protein.
Kevin found support online in the transformation community and was particularly moved by Marty Goldman's story.
I know that Marty had a son who was in the Army and had recently lost him. Our brothers and sisters were a unique entity in the military, and we feel loss no matter where it's at. I'd say 40, 50 minutes after I signed up for transformation, Marty emailed me. And I just sat there in tears. I'm gonna take a break. I'll be right back. We've shared the emotional ups and downs of losing some of our brothers and sisters over there. There's a chance that you may not come home. And although I was scared about opening up and being this emotional rock for everybody else by sharing these things, it was actually embraced, and it enabled my troops to open up.
Kevin inspired several of his soldiers to start their own transformations.
Check it out. Look at that right there. When I brought the idea up in Iraq for the transformation, it was more than just the working out. We needed to get the basics down. It was eating right. Some more wrap and some fresh fruit. And working out right. There would be times that we'd be working out at 4 in the morning. There'd be dust storms. We couldn't run outside. And when we did run outside, we'd be running through protective areas, barbed wire. There's opportunity in every place that you go to do some type of activity. And as we did this and people started seeing the change happening, other people started picking up on it. Any words for the other Transformers today, brother? Stick with it. We'll get there.
Meanwhile, 6,000 miles away, back at home in Yelm, Washington, Kevin's wife Kelly was left alone to care for their 3 kids.
I've been married to Kevin for 21 years. He left, and I didn't really know what to expect because we had never been separated that long before.
She took care of business back home.
Food shopping, the bills, the trash.
Remember, put it in the trash can?
Yes. I have a whole new respect for single parents.
She was the true warrior through all of this. I went out and executed my mission, but she was back here juggling all the variables of home life.
While Kevin and his troops were getting in shape in Iraq, Kelly secretly started her own transformation.
I stopped blaming other people, and I stopped looking at other things, and I finally took responsibility and did it. I lost almost 50 pounds.
I was at 210 pounds. Today, I sit between 172 to 175.
Throughout their year-long separation, Kevin and Kelly found a way to keep their love alive.
One of the ways that Kevin and I communicate now is through our blogs to each other. He's pretty open and loving in his blogs.
We actually got closer. I don't know if my emails were mushy or lovey-dovey, but I think they were grateful.
The biggest thing Kevin missed by being away was our daughter's graduation from high school.
I missed my anniversary. I missed all my children's birthdays.
He missed my son's first year in football. Everything and the life of a year that you would go through with your children and with your family.
Good job!
After a year in Iraq, it was finally time for Kevin's unit to come home.
I'm beyond excited. I can't even talk about how excited I am because I'm so excited.
I'm really excited.
It's seeing him in the physical condition that he's gotten himself in, and then him seeing me, because he hasn't seen me. And I haven't sent any pictures.
She said, I'm gonna surprise you when you come in. We marched into the auditorium, and I could catch her out of the corner of my eye, and I had to stay focused on the formation and get my troops in line. But I'm looking at her and I'm like, oh my God. There was that flood of emotion in seeing her. You miss human touch. It was just the greatest feeling in the world. It is something else when you get that first hug. For so many years, I would leave before the kids would wake up. I would be home after everybody was in bed. Never got that hug or that kiss, and I'll never pass that opportunity up again.
Now that Kevin's back in the U.S., he's making up for lost time.
When we were in Iraq, of course, you miss all the things from home. You miss your family. I missed getting out a chance to run in fresh, clean air. You take for granted sometimes some of the simpler things in life. I feel better than I ever have, and I look better than I ever have.
And his relationship with Kelly keeps getting better.
Kevin is probably the only hero I would ever have.
Kelly looks phenomenal, and it was amazing to see the changes that Kelly had experienced. We still are growing and learning. Yesterday we ran the trail together. We're doing more things together, and I feel like a kid. I feel like we're just getting started with this after 22 years. And it's a wonderful feeling. I can't guarantee tomorrow, but I have today. So you seize the moment. I always talk about leaving a lot of baggage in Baghdad. I left a lot of bags in Baghdad.